Hello everyone, the story I've chosen to read today is called Duck Says Don't. Duck lived on Goose's Pond. It was a beautiful pond. The water was clear and sparkly, the sun shone and everyone was happy. One day, Goose told Duck, "I have a very important job for you. I'm going on holiday and I want you to look after the pond while I'm away." Duck could not believe it. "Goose wants me to look after the pond," he thought. "I am in charge." "Goose, I will do my very best," he promised. The next day, Duck was up early watching over his beautiful pond. Suddenly, he spotted the dragonflies racing. "Stop that," he quacked. "I am in charge of this pond and you should not be buzzing about all over it." "We're flying, Duck," said the dragonflies in surprise. "That's what we do." "Not here you don't," said Duck. That's told them, he thought. But just to make sure, Duck fetched some wood and hammered late into the night. The next morning there was a sign in the pond. "No racing by order of Duck, in charge of pond." Later that day, Duck saw Kingfisher fishing. "Hey!" he shouted. "Stop that! Fishing is not allowed here." "Then where can I fish?" said Kingfisher sadly. "Somewhere else," snapped Duck, and he waddled off with his bottom in the air. He fetched more wood and got busy with another sign. "No fishing, Duck's rule must be obeyed." Duck was just having a little nap when the frogs dived into the water. Splash! "Frogs!" Duck yelled. "What do you think you're doing? Diving is forbidden." "Forbidden?" said the frogs angrily. "Says who?" "Says me," snapped Duck. Duck in charge of the pond. So get out right now." Soon there were signs up everywhere. No diving. Diving is strictly forbidden because Duck says so. No splashing, no swimming, no running, no jumping, no racing, no fishing. Duck sat down happily. Peace at last, he thought. But he couldn't settle. He looked at his perfect pond. The sun was shining, the air was still, and there was not a splash, buzz, or plop to be heard. In fact, there was nothing to be heard. It was much too quiet. "Where is everyone?" wailed Duck. "What have I done?" He jumped up in a panic and flew off to find his friends. As Duck reached the meadow, he saw them playing together. "This is fun," buzzed the dragonflies. "No bossy Duck telling us off," croaked the frogs. A tear fell down Duck's cheek. With a heavy heart, he turned around and waddled back to Goose's pond. The friends were snoozing in the afternoon sun when they heard hammering coming from the pond. "Can you believe it?" muttered the frogs. "That Duck is putting up more signs." The banging went on deep into the night. Next morning there was an enormous sign in the meadow. "Duck is very, very sorry. Please come back. This message is for the dragonflies, frogs and Kingfisher. From Duck, kiss kiss." When the friends arrived at Goose's Pond, they saw other signs too. Racing welcome, free fishing rods, new diving board, running, jumping, swimming and splashing allowed. "Silly Duck," chirped Kingfisher. "We've missed you." "Even though you were very, very bossy," chuckled the frogs. When Goose came back from holiday, she said, "Duck, you've done a grand job. I'll leave you in charge next time." "No, thank you, Goose," Duck laughed. "Being in charge is much too hard." And from that day on, Goose's Pond was the happiest pond in the world, and Duck never said another bossy word. Good night, everyone.